We now have a government that cannot manage even a simple crisis at home, while at the same time stumbling into a continuing catalog of catastrophic events abroad.
Hi guys, you're welcome to another episode of Mercy Nnamdi Kanu Trial Update. This is a good news, because we are victorious. You see what has been happening in the recent time. This is a proof that we are victorious, and Mercy Nnamdi Kanu is victorious. We are happy to hear this good news that President Donald Trump is now fully involved. You could see him, you could hear him in that video, how he made that statement about the legal detention of Mercy Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS custody. He said that there's some government, they are unable to handle simple matters, and this has raised questions and among Nigerian government and Mercy Nnamdi Kanu case. Of course, you know that Kenya courts rule Kanu repatriation unlawful and demanding damages. United Kingdom, rather, they also said that they are fully involved in the matter now. And of course, you know that these three countries, United States, Kenya, and UK, being involved with the matter, Nigeria does not have power. Tinubu does not have power to say anything negative, to oppose them. Who is Tinubu in the presence of Donald Trump? This is a good news for us. And in this video, we are playing you a journalist sent from Donald Trump from US, and how they made strong statement and wonderful statement about US being involved. So please listen to this journalist.
Out of detention.
The fifth time I had come from the United States as Nnamdi Kanu's international lawyer to try to meet and see him, where I was denied 5 times. It was very clear today that I was the one that caused them to lock everybody out of the courtroom. They did not want me in the courtroom. I'm here not to create an irritant. There are huge international law issues raised by the charges against Nnamdi Kanu, including the kidnapping, extraordinary rendition, punishing him without any trial or hearing, denying him access to his lawyers. These are all violations not only of the Nigerian Constitution, but international covenants to which Nigeria is a signatory. I am taking now the case to the international forum and tribunals. It's clear that the Nigerian tribunals are hopelessly compromised. It isn't even close to fair due process. And so I'll be going to the working group on arbitrary detention in Geneva, the International Criminal Court and International Court of Justice in The Hague, the U.S. Congress, to impose sanctions on Nigeria until it conforms to internationally recognized human rights to which Nigeria has already subscribed, to enforce its own constitution. I have seldom seen such open, notorious lawlessness. And I underscore, it is very clear. They signaled out me when I was the one who was approaching to enter the courtroom. They said, Mr. Fine, you can't go in. Everybody else was able to go in. For whatever reason, they put me on a blacklist, if you will, said no, they fear that if the law applies, Nnamdi Kanu goes free. And that is exactly what ought to happen, because the law does require that he go free. And the international community now is obligated to put the sunshine on the Nigerian judiciary and ensure that if justice is not done, there will be a price to pay. The judge herself may be subject to prosecution before the International Criminal Court. Judges are not free from criminality. The Nazi judges that implemented the Holocaust decrees against the Jews, they were prosecuted at Nuremberg. And if the Nigerian judges follow suit, they similarly are going to risk prosecution.
Your name, sir?
My name is Bruce, B-R-U-C, Fine, F-E-I-N. I'm from Washington, D.C.
Yes, so the number one order the US are going to use is violation of international law, which is the extraordinary rendition. I read. The abduction and forced return of Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya in 2021 violated international law. And if you have not forgotten, recently, the Kenyan High Court has declared that his rendition was illegal and his human rights was being abused. Let's continue reading. The US can argue that this illegal rendition undermines the rule of law and due process protections under both international treaties and Nigeria's constitution. 2. Violation of court orders. Multiple Nigerian courts including Court of Appeal in 2022, ordered Kanu's release. The US can claim that disregard for court rulings show executive overreach and weakens Nigeria judiciary, a concern for any democratic ally. You can now see that Nigeria is disobeying its own constitution. How can you violate its human rights? How can you extradite a UK citizen from Kenya? Don't forget that Nnamdi Kanu entered Kenya as a UK citizen. But when he was being extradited, he was extradited as a Nigerian, which violates the international law. Tinubu should not bite more than he can chew. You should release Nnamdi Kanu now. I keep on saying it. Let's head to number 3. Human rights violation. The US State Departments and international groups like Amnesty International have reported that Kanu was allegedly tortured and denied medical care. The US may point to this as evidence of political repression, which contradicts Nigeria's obligations under international human rights law. Don't also forget that the Kenyan High Court in its ruling declared that Nigeria violated international laws by extraditing Nnamdi Kanu illegally from Kenya to Nigeria. And as I stated earlier, Nnamdi Kanu is a British citizen, and when he entered Kenya, he entered as a British citizen. But when he was being extradited, he was secretly extradited in an illegal form while being tortured and denied medical care. Let's head to number 4. Violation of freedom of expression and political rights. The US can argue that Kanu's detention appears to target political dissents, violating freedom of speech and peaceful agitation rights under Nigeria's constitution and global democratic norms. Now, even the blind man can see that Tinubu is abusing the Nigerian constitution by refusing to release Nnamdi Kanu, because the appeal court has declared that no court in Nigeria has the right to try him. As if that is not enough, Kanu is not where he's supposed to be. He's in DSS detention. How can you keep him in DSS detention? How? You violated his human rights. You violated the international laws. And now you are waiting for the US to act before before you do what is right. Tinubu should release Nnamdi Kanu now. He should not bite more than he can chew, because we don't want problems with the US.
Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Drop your comment in the comment section below and click that like button. Thanks so much for your support.